Hello. How are we tonight, folks? How is everybody? Happy Sunday. Am I coming through loud and clear? How is everybody tonight? Let me see. Am I coming through loud and clear here? Let me see. I am indeed. I am indeed. Hello, hello. Happy Sunday, everybody. Happy Sunday. How's everybody's holiday season going so far? Everybody ready for the big day? Let me see who have I got with me here. John's Cool World. Thank you for resubscribing over on Twitch. Appreciate that very much. We have got Gargano here with us tonight. We've got Sick Jim with us. Tig Nuts is hanging out with us over on Twitch. We have got, drop a like if you've not dropped a like on the stream so far. Got Richard Strange is here. Foz Rotten, how you doing tonight, Foz? Got the Real Feels Podcast, Drew with us tonight. Alan, what's cracking up in the Netherlands, sir? There's Derek. How you doing tonight? Mark Kimber is here with us. What's up, Mark? We got Beyond the Grave Media here. We got Al. We got Kevin. Greetings and salutations to you. We got Chris B here. We got Eddie. It's cracking, Eddie. Sinjin is here. Thank you, Foz. We need to text-to-speech that one. Hold on.
Foz Rotten says, "You the man, Piz."
I like that voice. You're the man, Piz. Let's do that again.
Foz Rotten says, "You the man, Piz."
Wow, I like that. Thank you, Foz. There's Dream Emulator. Matt is here with us tonight also. We've got Saturn Video. What's up, what's up? 34 degrees in Jersey, says Dave. 34 degrees in Jersey. It wasn't that cold today here in Kentucky, but it was one of those rainy, dreary, just nasty kind of days today. Jeremy and I still got out. We went and had some dinner at Cracker Barrel tonight. So we still got out. What's up, Horror Orman? How you doing, sir? Joe Reese is here. Movie fan. We got Agent Redgrave watching with us over on Twitch. Colin. What's up, Colin? We got Swaggy here. What's up, Swaggy? Over on Twitch. How you doing? We got a pretty full house here tonight. Eddie Herta is here. Usu is also here. American Muscle Car Club. And Antonis is here. Yeah. Happy holidays to you, Weston. So is everybody ready for the holidays? Everybody got their shopping done? Is everybody ready for just the holidays to be over? How many people are just ready for the holidays to be over at this point? Like, I love the holidays. Don't get me wrong. I love the holidays. It just hasn't really even felt like the holidays that much this year. At least to me. I don't know. This whole year's just flown by. November flew by, October flew by, and now we're 10 days away from Christmas. And I don't know, it's just not felt that Christmassy. So what's up, Ashley? Are you going to be doing a review of the below 4K? I don't know. I wasn't below. Is that the Darren Aronofsky produced movie? What's up, Subliminal? Love the physical media vids. Thank you, sir. Appreciate that. The cat peed on some Christmas presents earlier today I had wrapped. Well, the cat was just marking them as its own. You know? That's just how cats do. They mark what's theirs. They either pee on it or they rub their butts on it. What's up, Apollo Balboa? How you doing, sir? Is the new Blair Witch 4K region free? The Second Sight one's a Blu-ray, and it is region locked. I don't know about the imprint one from Viavision. I don't know about that one. I didn't get that one. So I couldn't tell you, my friend. Tig Nuts just resubscribed for 14 months. Bring on Nosferatu. Yes. Everybody excited about Nosferatu next week. I am. Jeremy definitely is. We're both looking forward to it. Just getting out of seeing Y2K. I hear Y2K is really good. I wouldn't mind seeing it, but I don't know if it's playing anywhere near me. And it seems like that one's going to be on streaming really soon, because that one's not done well. Been watching your vids for years. It's amazing to see how far you have come. Awesome. Thank you, Subliminal. Thank you. Horror Movie Guy, what's up? We got Art the Clown here. How you doing? Happy holidays to you too, Art. What's up, PlayStation 9? Been upset with Cracker Barrel since they took away the deep fried chicken livers. Ooh. I can understand them taking away the deep fried chicken livers. I'm sure there's a lot of people out there who like them, but chicken livers, ugh. What I don't understand them taking off the menu is the ham. They took both their ham meals, the sugar-cured ham and the country ham, off the menu. And those are Jeremy's two favorite things. Jeremy loves ham. They took those off the menu. You can still get the ham. It just comes as like a side now if you get breakfast. And luckily, I usually always get breakfast at Cracker Barrel. So I order the breakfast. I give Jeremy my ham. I just order him the sides. And it's actually cheaper this way. But like, why discontinue the ham meal when you're offering it as a side? I don't know. Cracker Barrel's weird. We did our Thanksgiving at Cracker Barrel this year, and there was no ham, which usually they always have a slice of ham, and no mashed potatoes, and they usually always have mashed potatoes. So it was like like a quarter of the meal was cut off, but the price I think the price had gone up. The meal had shrunk, the price had inflated, so it was still pretty good though. Kevin says he's ready for the holidays to be over. For teachers, this last week and a half leading up to the break is just awful. You got a lot of work to get done. I'm sure that you got a lot of stuff to get done, to get wrapped up before you go out. PP Dangler is here. PP Dangler. How you doing, PP Dangler? Pillow Fort's not been feeling it this year. Yeah, it's weird. Feels like the last few months just zoomed by. Yeah. Actually, I've not seen Below in years. I remember renting it from the video store. That was the last time I saw it. I really don't remember that much about it. I had no idea it was even getting a 4K. No, the Johnny Depp Coke movie is Blow. Not Below. Blow. And Blow's really good. The movie, is really good. Bring on Nosferatu. I'm excited for it. Yes, indeed. Oh, my God. We got Cliff here talking down Feruza, as always. My goodness. Always mean to Feruza. I don't get it. Foz says he really liked Y2K. Yeah, I'm hearing good things. Oh, Y2K December 24th confirmed. So that is, that's pretty soon. So that one came and went. I already did an unboxing and a review of the Lost Boys mask, of the David mask. Probably not going to get the John Carver masks. I don't really need those. Don't really have room for them. But I got the David mask and did an unboxing and review of it. So check that out. Love Egger's work, and I'm always down for a good vampire flick. Plus, since Nosferatu is basically Dracula, he could really use a great adaptation. Yeah. I have avoided reviews. I have
Man, you are one scared cat. They call me Reggie the Reckless.
Super Tenor, thank you for being a channel member for 6 months. Dang. Appreciate that. No, I'm sure by the time we get to see the movie, the coffin popcorn buckets will be long gone. I imagine they're already on eBay at, inflated prices. So it would have been cool. I don't know why they do these promotional popcorn buckets for movies, but they put the popcorn buckets out like weeks before the movies even come out. So by the time the movie's out, the popcorn buckets are gone. I don't get that. And whatever happened to that Art the Clown popcorn bucket? I pre-ordered that thing like months ago. I mean, whatever happened to those things? I need to follow up on that. It's weird. Kino. I was going to bet Kino. If I was a betting man, and I am, I would have bet that Kino was putting out that 4K. Enjoyed Y2K as well. Super fun. There's Super Tenor. Appreciate that, man. I just heard about this recently. So they're doing a Return of the Living Dead remake. And I kind of just brushed right by the news. Like I didn't want to believe it was real. But we're really getting a Return of the Living Dead remake. That's a thing. We really are. I don't know how I feel about that. So, okay. Let me see. Okay. Let's see here. Return of the Living Dead 2025. It is 1 minute and 50 seconds in length. Should we do a live reaction to this thing? Is it going to get me? Is it G-rate or is it? Well, it's coming out. It's a Christmas movie. Why is he dragging a Christmas tree? I don't like this. I don't like this. From the people who brought us Kill Her Goats. Did I see Kill Her Goats? That sounds familiar. Is that the one that had Kane Hodder in it? As like the killer? Yes. Oh, God. Oh, God. Oh, God. Oh. I mean, this stream's already going to have enough bad news in it as is, but oh. Oh, Jesus. All right. Live trailer reaction to the Return of the Living Dead official teaser trailer 2025. Oh, may God have mercy on us all. Let me get through the ad. Okay, let me get through the ad. Here we go. Oh, my God. Why, God, why? All right, let me get this arranged here. This is going to be bad. Oh, man. All right, here we go. Let me make it wide. Is that better? Yeah. Let's just go full screen. What the hell? I think you can still. Let me see. Am I still visible here? Yeah, okay. Okay. All right, so I mean that didn't tell us too much. It's okay. So it's Christmas. It's going to come out around Christmas next year. I'm guessing it's going to be more of a legacy sequel kind of deal than a direct remake, right? I came at a bad time. So that was clearly just kind of a promotional trailer, but still, like, and I wouldn't be excited about a Return of the Living Dead sequel or remake or whatever, regardless. But like, Killer Goats was not good. Like that movie was really bad. Like, I don't know if I even finished it. Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy. Okay, it's a legacy remake, just like Halloween 2018. Okay. Lord. Okay. All right. I mean, it is what it is. It is what it is. It looks aesthetically nice. Maybe he was on a bender during Killer Goats. We shall see. We shall see. Well, that was something indeed. Yes, that was something. That was something. Look on the bright side. It can't be worse than The Fog 2005. It can be. Yes, it can be. Let's just hope that it's not, but it certainly can be. Oh man. Will Linnea reprise her role? I wouldn't be surprised if she's not in it. In some capacity. So. In some capacity. I'm sure he'll be in it in some capacity. If you've not dropped a like on the stream, please do so. I would appreciate that. From my understanding, the more likes you drop on the stream, the longer this remake or legacy sequel will be pushed back. So if we get more likes on the stream, the longer it will be postponed, and maybe we'll never see it. So that would be a good thing. So let's talk about some more bad news. We're following up bad news with more bad news. LG, who is one of the big dogs in the physical media game as far as with Blu-ray players, 4K Blu-ray players, etc., they have decided to withdraw themselves, to discontinue their production of physical media players of all kinds. 4K players, Blu-ray players, the whole nine yards. They're done. They're out of it. So I pulled up an article here that does a very good job of discussing all this. So we'll take a look at that, and then we'll discuss what it could possibly mean for the future of physical media. But it says, bad news, Blu-ray fans, LG just continued its entire range of 4K Blu-ray players. And I'm really worried. LG discontinues all 4K Blu-ray and Blu-ray players. The last time LG produced new players of any kind was in 2018. That was a long time ago. So they haven't produced any new players since 2018. So all the players you see out there on the market now from LG, particularly their UBK80 and their UBK90, those were all made in 2018. That's a long time ago. But those are going to be the last ones. So let's move down here. LG Korea didn't fully confirm its exit from the optical player market, leaving the door open for a return to making the devices if the demand was there, which it's just never going to be. Unfortunately, it's never going to be there. In what has been a roller coaster year for 4K Blu-ray, with reports of 4K Blu-ray sales rising, according to one major UK retailer, but Best Buy and Disney's decision to stop selling 4K Blu-ray impacting availability. LG's announcement to stop production is another blow to physical media fans, as it's another major brand that is pulled out from the Blu-ray player market. As a 4K Blu-ray fan, it's been a year of ups and downs. While I believe earlier this year that home theater fans were being starved of the releases they want, with acclaimed movies or other classics only made available through smaller distributors such as Criterion Collection and Arrow Video. 4K Blu-rays always seem to be in a state of flux. Now keep in mind, 4K, I think we can all just, like, the average Joe did not embrace 4K. 4K has become pretty much just a niche thing. Because if you look at just the sales in general of physical media, Blu-ray and DVD outsell 4K handily. And DVD sells more. More people are buying DVDs than Blu-ray. But 4K definitely was not embraced by people. Nobody cared about 4K, it seems like. Let's move on here. Of course, they mentioned, Disney, doing its thing. But they also mentioned Criterion Collection and Arrow Video. And I think, 4K is a niche thing. I think eventually the major studios are just going to probably abandon 4K because the sales just aren't there. They'll stick with Blu-ray and DVD at least for a time, but 4K, they're just going to phase out 4K. And we'll have to look toward Arrow, toward Criterion, toward our boutique labels to supply us with 4Ks. Niche labels to supply us with 4K, because 4K is it's just a niche thing. There's no question about it. With LG leaving the Blu-ray player market, it's another major name that has exited after Oppo in 2018 and Samsung in 2019. Only Panasonic and Sony remain in the broader market, with more premium brands such as Reven and Magnetar still around, but at much higher price. I don't think I've ever seen a Reven or a Magnetar player like just available anywhere, like in stores. And it's a worry for 4K Blu-ray fans as more brands seem to be severing ties with the physical media world. And then down here it talks about how your gaming consoles. I know Sony has already said the PlayStation 5 is the last generation of console that will have an optical disc drive. And I don't know if Microsoft has said the same thing about Xbox, but this is it. So once you get into PlayStation 6, it's all going to be digital. All digital. Any big gamers out there? 8K is not going to be a thing. 8K is not going to happen at this point. Yeah, and Oppo's premium too, from my understanding. They're pretty expensive. So your PS5 is your main 4K player? Well, see, I was playing 4Ks when 4K first kind of happened. I was playing 4Ks on my Xbox One S, but I was advised to stop that because people were like burning up their Xbox One S's playing 4Ks in them. So, yeah. So, yeah. Here's another article that we can kind of dive into too. Other tech companies have also shown reduced interest in the Blu-ray business. Panasonic, Sony, and Oppo have also haven't released a Blu-ray player since 2018. So even the so-called premium players, there's not been a brand new one produced since 2018. I mean, that's kind of crazy. Samsung stopped making new Blu-ray players in 2019. This makes sense considering Blu-ray sales peaked in 2017 at 884,000 units sold. Now, I did hear that the market share for, or not the market share, but the overall sales of physical media as far as Blu-ray, 4K, DVD only went down like 2% from last year. So I think that's not bad, not great news, but okay news. You know, it didn't go down that much. So yeah, I think what we can take from all of this, honestly, is to hold on to your players. Hold on to your players. And look, like the LG players that are on the market now, once they're gone, they're gone. Same thing with Samsung. Like all these companies that have gotten out of the physical media or out of the Blu-ray player, 4K Blu-ray player business, once those units are gone, they're gone forever. So, is this why 4K TVs are getting cheaper? I mean, I'd say it's certainly playing into it. And yeah, Alan makes a good point. Buy backup players. Yeah, because once these things go out, they're done. They're done. Panasonic recently debuted a new budget but dependable 4K player as the 450 model. So Panasonic is still in the game. And while it's good that they're making it budget but dependable, that's good. That's smart on their part. That's smart on their part. You can find players at Goodwill for like $10 to $20. Yeah. No, Sony's confirmed. After this generation of console, their future consoles will be completely digital. No disk drives whatsoever. So, and like I was saying earlier, I think what this means is, I think the big studios are just going to shy away from doing 4Ks because people aren't buying 4Ks, clearly, and just leave that to the Arrow Videos of the world. Kind of like what we saw with the Friday the 13th remake. Which leads me to another topic that I wanted to discuss briefly tonight, and that is all of the other Friday the 13th movies. We've already got the first 4 on 4K, right? The others are rumored to be on the way. But are those going to be done through Paramount? And like, you know, how Paramount has done the first 4 on Steelbooks? Or is it going to be done through another company? Kind of like how Arrow released the remake on 4K. I think that's going to be interesting to see. I would prefer Arrow to do it personally. So I think if you look at it from the studio's point of view, the first 4 are probably the ones that are going to sell the most because those were kind of the most popular. And then they'll turn over the rest to Arrow Video. But Arrow Video, I think, would do a better job releasing them. We'd get better editions if they release them. So, but yeah, I don't think, you know, I don't think this necessarily spells the death of physical media. Because, I mean, people have been talking about, oh, physical media is dead. It's dying. It's going to die for years now. And it's not dying. And if anything, I think the boutique labels are kind of thriving. I mean, look at the editions that they're releasing, and look how quickly they're selling out. So, our little niche market is definitely making money. There's no question about it. There's a demand there. So, Best Buy is going to get out of the is already out of the physical media game. Like my local Walmart, it's shrinking. Every time they remodel that section, it shrinks and shrinks and shrinks. And they remodeled it again recently, and it shrunk again. But what's interesting about like the physical media section at Walmart is like you can find TerraVision releases and Shout Factory releases at Walmart now, which is wild. Never thought I'd walk into Walmart and see a TerraVision release. I remember when I first saw a Scream Factory release in Walmart, I was like, holy crap. So, I don't think it necessarily spells the death of physical media, but it's certainly concerning, because if all the, are we all going to be just bound to like a couple of different players in the years to come if our current players don't last? And at what point do those companies get greedy and go, well, we're the only game in town, and kind of price themselves out of business? I mean, I do like that Panasonic has done they're doing a budget model. Yeah, my Walmart still has the $5 bin too. Yep, it's still there. Samsung does not support Dolby Vision HDR 10 Plus. They support. Okay. So, yeah. Nightmare on Elm Street Collection 4K. Yeah, we talked about that on, I think, the last Sunday night stream. Horror Orman says, I sent you an article on X regarding the legal battles between the two new Return of the Living. There's two. There's two new Return of the Living Dead movies. Okay. Oh, you're right, Richard. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, we got the first two on 4K and the first four on the Steelbooks, right? Yeah. What was I thinking? But yeah, still, I mean, I would love to see Arrow do the rest. Best Buy Canada still selling movies? Okay. Let me check this article here that Orman sent me. Two new... Oh, my goodness. Here we go. The legal battle to get Linnea Quigley's trashes revealed. Oh, I have heard about this. Yeah. So Linnea Quigley's trying to crowdfund her own trashes revenge movie, right? I have heard about this. Let me see. No, I don't want to sign up for emails. So Linnea Quigley's Trash's Revenge received a cease and desist notice from Steve Walsh and Living Dead Media LLC. As a UK-based company, we're unaware of Walsh's claims, blah, blah, blah. Wow. Oh, Larry, Larry Zerner's on the case. Okay. Oh, God. So this is, okay. So Trash's Revenge is like, I don't want to call it a fan film, but it's kind of like a fan-funded or crowd-funded kind of thing, right? We got to support Trash's Revenge. Oh, Sony will offer an external drive for the PS3. Oh, they will offer okay, an external drive. So you got to pay. I mean, that's smart on Sony. You got to buy the console, but then you got to buy an external drive if you want to use discs on it. Hey, that's, smart on Sony. That's more money. That's more money for them. Snake Plissken says he's watching with his wife right now and she thinks I'm a nerd. It's funny. Or she thinks you're a nerd, not me. She probably thinks I'm the coolest. So yeah, it's concerning that LG is getting out of the game, but technically you can look at it like LG's been out of the game since 2018. They've not produced anything new since 2018. They're just not going to produce anything else new going forward. But they're not the only ones. So we're definitely narrowing down the field when it comes to players in the future. If you need a new player. So luckily I've got two LG 4K player. I've got an LG region free Blu-ray player that I've had for freaking 10 years at this point. Never had any issues out of it. I've got a 4K player from them I've had for probably 4 or 5 years at this point. Never had any issues out of it. So hopefully they'll hold up for many more years to come. So so the producer of the official new Return of the Living Dead remake or whatever it is he's don't mess with Linnea. Don't mess with Linnea. Yeah. Well, they stopped making. Well, they haven't produced anything new since 2018, but they've officially gotten out of the game. They're not going to make anything more going forward, and they made that. Well, they've. That's happening. That's a thing. Ay. So, covet that physical media, people. We've got to covet it. We've got to support it. We've got to ensure that it sticks around as long as possible because, there is no such thing as digital ownership. No such thing. And the movie that you maybe did own digitally at one point could always be censored. It could always be altered. Or it could just disappear one day. And no refunds. So that's the beauty of digital media. You own nothing. And it could be altered or taken away from you at any time. That's why we've got to support physical media. We all have to advocate for physical media. We have to keep it alive as long as possible. Yes. Your 4K of The Faculty will be there tomorrow. Trump should promise to resurrect physical media production for his third term. He'd get my vote. He's already planning to abolish daylight savings time. I listened. I back that 1,000,000%. Daylight savings time sucks. I think that's part of the reason why when it's pitch black night at 5:30 in the afternoon, that's not good for anyone. That's not good for anyone. So, down with daylight savings time. Screw that. And screw the airlines too. The airlines are the only the airlines are the only reason why we still have daylight savings time to begin with. Screw them. They can adapt. Anyway, let me get off my soapbox here. So what do you guys think? What is the future of physical media? What do you guys think? Let me know. By the way, if you have any questions or anything before we move on to another topic, please go ahead and throw those out there. And listen, don't mess with Linnea Quigley. That's just not a good idea to mess with Linnea. She's, we all love Linnea. Ugh. Your Sony X700 freezes on most BD100 discs. Oh, I've heard about that. That some players have issues, with newer discs. So I've not noticed any issues like that with mine, but I mean that's always, Yeah. We still have vinyl record player. Yeah, we still have vinyl record players, and vinyl is a big thing, So, I think physical media, at least the boutique labels, are at an all-time high. Like 2024 has been an excellent year for physical media. Like I was looking at my list of, I'm going to do a stream of my top 10 favorite movies of this year and my top 10 favorite physical media releases, and like, putting that list together will be easy because there's been a lot more than just 10 really good physical media releases, but narrowing it down, making it into a top 10 is going to be difficult because there's been some really good releases this year. You will own nothing and be happy. Yes, that is the future of digital media. Yes. Did you see that Fandango recently started saying that you have whatever title in your digital collection rather than own? See? It will be strictly boutique releases for everything in about 3 years. I'm willing to bet on it. Possibly. Physical media has reverted back to a collector's market. It isn't going away. Boutique labels, vinyls, and books are selling very well. It's still out there, but I agree. We need to support it. Yes. Now that I gave you a shout out, you're cool again. You're welcome. You're welcome, Snake. You're welcome. I think it's good that Sleepaway Camp 2 and 3 are going to be back out on Blu-ray, but those are not going to be, I don't think those are going to be really great quality releases, but I'm glad that they'll be out there. They should be out there. Just don't expect really high quality releases with lots of extras and all that jazz on there. Voodoo is exiting Microsoft Xbox devices. Okay. BD100s are triple layer discs, and the freezing happens on the third layer change. Okay. Oh, there we go. At least physical media stuck around long enough to give us the complete series of Seinfeld on 4K. There we go. I never really got into Seinfeld. So Orman, you've got those Sleepaway Camp releases on the way. What? I think I looked for them on Amazon a few weeks back, and I don't think they were even on Amazon then. Let me see if they're on Amazon now. Sleepaway Camp 2, Blue. Oh, there it is. Yep, there's 2 and 3. Let's take a look at this one here. Does it have any extras on, or do we know? Is it just, from my understanding, it's just supposed to be like bare bones, and just the movie, like it's a budget release more or less. But I mean, it's not, it's $20.98 on Amazon right now. It's currently 30% off. It will be released tomorrow. Or no, it'll be released on Tuesday, December 17th. It and Part 3. I don't know. I was kind of tempted to get them myself just to kind of review them and take a look at them, but if they truly were budget releases, I would do that. But I don't want to drop. Thank you all for 66 likes on the stream. If you've not dropped a like, please do so. I'd appreciate that. No extras? Yeah, I didn't think so. Didn't think so. I just want a new 28 Days, 28 Weeks collection release. Well, once 28 Years Later comes out, I'm sure we'll get a set with all 3 of them. Yes, TerraVision is a good company. They put a lot of effort into their releases. Every TerraVision release I've picked up has been good quality. And they've got some solid release. I can't wait for Rumpelstiltskin to drop. So Silent Night, Bloody Night stream, yes, is on Thursday the 19th, beginning at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So the yearly Silent Night, Bloody Night watch party, the 19th, beginning at 8. Be there. Have your popcorn ready. Have your beverage of choice ready. We're going to be watching and discussing one of my favorite holiday horror films, Silent Night, Bloody Night. So, be there. It's going to be fun. I have not seen Joker 2 or Wicked. I have really no desire to see either, to be honest. No, it's not the new Keep release. It's just the theatrical cut. It's the 98-minute cut, I think. Michael Mann's cut of that movie was like 3+ hours, and we'll probably never see that cut, unfortunately. So, yeah, I got mine. Yep, I got mine. Where is mine? Oh, it's over in the Friday the 13th Part 5 collection. My shrine to Friday the 13th Part 5. I'm just going to leave it there. It looks so beautiful there in the shrine. All that Friday the 13th Part 5 beauty. I don't know. I don't know if we're going to have one or not. I know Eric was at a convention last weekend, and we talked about doing it last week, technically last week, but we couldn't get a date down. So hopefully, Eric's a busy man, especially this time of year. He's got a lot of naughty people to punish. So, a lot of naughty people to punish. I love Silent Night, Bloody Night. I do too. Great stuff. Daylight Savings Time would be a good slasher. I agree, it would be. That would be a good slasher. Do you think that love for Friday the 13th Part 5 has gone up in the last few years. Absolutely. Yeah. I think love for that movie has gone up a lot over the past few years. Big time. Big time. So you don't think we'll ever see an 8K of Texas Chainsaw? No. Thank goodness no. Thank goodness no. I don't need another one. I don't need another Chainsaw release. No, didn't pre-order the TCM soundtrack from Waxwork. I'm good. I'm good. I'm good on Chainsaw Massacre stuff for a while now, since I got that chainsaw. I'm good. I'm good. No, I mean it's not good news, but I mean, again, I don't, you know, there's been such a grim forecast for physical media all these years, yet it's still here, it's still surviving, it's still thriving, at least on the niche markets, and I don't see it going anywhere anytime soon. So. What did I think of the Return of the Living Dead trailer? It was a thing. It was a thing. That's all I can say about it. Something else that was a thing, but is no longer a thing, is the Sony Spider-Verse, or the Sony Villain-verse, because Sony doesn't have the rights to use Spider-Man in their movies, but they can use all of the Spider-Man villains. Unfortunately, they choose to use the D-list villains. I loved Spider-Man growing up. Every time we went to Walmart, I bought a new Spider-Man comic book, and I had I couldn't remember a single instance of ever seeing Madam Web or Kraven the Hunter in any of those comics. So like when these things, I first heard them, I was like, who is Madam Web? Who is Kraven the Hunter? I have no freaking clue. And of course, Madam Web was a complete disaster. We all know the disaster that was Morbius, a movie that the internet trolled. The internet trolled Sony into releasing that movie twice. That movie flopped not once, but twice, because the internet trolled Sony into re-releasing it. That's how brain dead the people are at Sony. Let's just be honest. And Kraven the Hunter has been completely... Kraven the Hunter, I don't want to say it's definitely the last nail. It's definitely the last nail in the coffin, but there's a lot of nails in that coffin. Sony got lucky with Venom because it's Venom and because people love Venom. I only saw the first one. I thought it was okay. I haven't seen the other two. I've never heard anybody rave about any of the Venom movies, like that they're awesome, that they, you know, they just sort of are, and people go and watch them because they're Venom. So they make money, but I've never heard anybody say like, oh, they're great, I love them, it's blah, blah, blah. So they got lucky with Venom, but only because it's Venom. These other ones have just been a complete train wreck. And like the reviews of Kraven the Hunter are almost as bad as the Madam Web ones. It's ridiculous. Like, why can't they make... You can take a lesser-known villain and make a good movie around them. Like, to me, the biggest injustice was Morbius. Because Morbius is a really killer character. He's very interesting. He can go from being a villain to an anti-hero, depending on the situation. So you could have done a million different things with him if you kept it dark, if you kept it serious. You know, they made Morbius, the movie, and it was god awful. I kind of got a kick out of it for how bad it was, but it was bad. I think they cast these movies well. Like, Jared Leto's a good actor. the cast of Madam Web seemed good. What's the guy who plays Craven? He's a good actor. The guy who plays Bane, he played Bane. He's Venom. What's his name? He's a really good actor. So they cast good actors in these things, but like the stories are idiotic and they're just bad movies. So, Tom Hardy, thank you, Richard. Yeah, Tom Hardy's a great actor. But, Aaron Taylor Johnson, Craven, yeah, he's a good actor too. He's in, we're going to see him next week in Nosferatu. Haven't seen Venom 3. I think 2 is better than 1, but I hear a lot of people say it's worse. Yeah. It's always Morbin time. There will be no more Morbin. Morbin time is officially dead. It's done. I think it's just nobody has... like most people have no idea who those characters are. They kind of know maybe they're somewhat they're comic book, but at the same time too, I think people are so burnt out on comic book movies. We've had, and even some has there been a successful comic book movie in the past year or two? Really? I think people are just burnt out on comic book movies to begin with. And then they give them bad comic book movies, and I just don't understand why Sony can't get at least one of them right. Why can't they get at least one of them right? And and Morbius would have been turn Morbius over to I don't know, David Goyer, who wrote Blade and Blade 2. Give him Morbius and let him do Morbius. You know what I mean? That would have had potential. But oh Lord. I really liked Venom in the theater, but watched it again about a year ago, and I was like, what the hell did I see in this movie? Superhero and Star Wars, everything needs a decade break. I agree. Because they keep trying to get these new Star Wars things off the ground too, and they just die because there's no interest. Nobody, there was, they were talking about doing more movies with Rey Skywalker, but I guess that's dead now, thank God, because nobody wants to see more stuff with Rey in it. Nobody wants to see anything Star Wars anymore. That last series they did on Disney Plus, that one, people hated that. It didn't do well. So yeah, just all the Star Wars stuff, all the comic book stuff, just let it die for a while. Unless it's Deadpool. If it's Deadpool and or Wolverine, just forget about it. Deadpool and Wolverine, that was a comic book thing. But that was kind of the Deadpool movies are kind of like the anti-comic book movie because he makes fun of comic book movies in those movies and how lame they are, right? So it's almost like the anti-comic book movie. Anything with Deadpool in it. So I didn't need, and I saw Deadpool and Wolverine and I liked it a lot. But I don't even really consider that like a comic book movie, to be honest. Even though it was full of comic book characters. But yeah, I don't know. Yeah, Deadpool, but that's different. Exactly. Yeah. Deadpool, but Deadpool is different. Yeah. And I think that's part of people's love for Deadpool because it is different. It's not, comic booky. It's not, I don't know. But the Sony Spider-Verse, thank God, is dead. It's just been a complete blight. Yeah. And you know what? In Agent Redgrave, yeah, Deadpool and Wolverine made $1.3 billion and it had an R rating. So why are companies still making and Kraven the Hunter was rated R too. But that was probably something they went into after the fact. And they were like, oh, let's drop some F-bombs in this thing and get it an R rating. And people will think it's like, we'll get that Deadpool and Wolverine audience in, right? So let's go back and reshoot, and we'll drop some F-bombs, and we'll have a couple of graphic deaths, and we'll get that R rating, and we'll trick people. And didn't work. Any good horror comics? Well, I think that was part of the reason why I liked Morbius, because if Morbius was in an issue of Spider-Man, or when you had like Morbius's own stuff, it was horror. It was blood. It was bodies. It was Morbius, tearing people to pieces. Yeah. And then we got, it's Morbin time on the big screen. It's a freaking joke. Even the Spider-Man TV show, or even the Spider-Man cartoon, where like they couldn't let Morbius be like, he didn't bite. He had fangs, but he didn't bite people. He had suckers on his hands, and that's how he drained blood. This is a cartoon, but even that was a better Morbius than what we got out of the Morbius movie. I don't know if I've seen Cat in the Cannery. Let me see. I know there was... No, yes, I have... No, it's Cat in the Canary. Yes, I have seen that. That got a really nice Blu-ray release recently. Who put that out on Blu-ray? Let's see. Let me look it up. Who put that out on Blu-ray? Whoever put that out on Blu-ray did a really good job on that Blu-ray. That's not the right one. Here we go. Master Eureka. Yeah, that was a really solid review for Cat in the Canary. I liked it. I enjoyed it. But that was, if you're a fan, you should definitely look into picking up that release from Eureka. It's a good one. Thank y'all for 77 likes on the stream. Well, we're getting another Evil Dead movie. Y'all know that, right? We're getting Evil Dead Burn. That's the next Evil Dead film. And of course, Scream 7 is somewhere happening, I guess. I don't know. I think that one's still on. But Evil Dead Burn is in the works. Jude Law is getting a Star Wars show now. Ugh. I mean, I like Jude Law, but I just like, give it up. Give it up. We need what's it? We need a moratorium for Star Wars and comic book movies. We just do. I agree. Last Jedi killed Star Wars. It killed it for me. Like, I've not even seen Rise of Skywalker, and I have no intentions of seeing that. But Last Jedi killed Star Wars for me. There's no doubt about that. I'm not going to repeat that. Well, there's one word in there I won't repeat. When the makers of Star Wars start calling fans bigots, there's going to be some... Yeah, of course. Of course. They can't take any kind of criticism. It's like, hey, your show sucks. Well, that's because you're a bigot. No, it's because you suck. It's because you don't know what you're doing. What's up, Slasher? How you doing? Mike Flanagan Clayface. I mean, look, Mike Flanagan is probably going to save not only The Exorcist, but he may save the DCEU with his Clayface movie. Now, Clayface is a pretty obscure villain, but Mike Flanagan is a talented guy. Here's an idea for Disney. If you're going to do anything Star Wars related next, let Mike Flanagan do it. What's up, Dead Zone? How you doing? I love Mandy. Nick, I love Mandy. I love that movie to death. Great movie. Yes. Yeah, Evil Dead. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's Evil Dead Burn. Let me double check. Pretty sure. Yep. Evil Dead Burn. Yes. Is there anything else we know about it? Let's see here. Evil Dead Burn is the name of the next Evil Dead film, as confirmed by its director co-writer Sebastian Venisek. What is he done? Infested. Okay. I think I saw Infested. There were so many spider movies that came out last year. Oh yeah, I saw Infested. Yeah, it was on Shudder. It was all right. I told the studio that I wanted to make a nasty film, a film that hurts, from which you come away tested. He said, I'm going to put all the horror I have inside. It will be cathartic. And if I haven't ruined my career and I can continue to make films behind it, I will move on to something other than horror. And Francis Gallupi is writing it. He wrote The Last Stop in Yuma County. No, wait a minute. Hold on. So, wait. So are there 2 Evil Dead things in production? Wait a minute. What's going on here? Wait, what? Am I confused? Why are there 2? I know there are multiple Evil Dead things in the works, but is Gallupi doing one thing and Venisek doing another? I don't know. I'm confused. I'm just going to walk away from that. Hey, Go Seek Find. How are you doing? Hope you're having a good holiday season. I don't log everything on Letterboxd, but I do log, I do keep track. Well, yeah, actually, yeah, I have kind of kept track of everything I've watched in 2024. In my list, where's my list at? Yeah, that's how I keep track of everything that I've watched, so I can do my end of the year list. That's how I keep track of it. Matter of fact, let's take a look at my Letterboxd list right now of all the movies I've seen in 2024. Right at the top, the best one, right at the top, first one, Night Swim. That's the top of the pops right there. Abigail, First Omen, Pandemonium, Handling the Undead, Late Night with the Devil, In a Violent Nature, Terror, which was brilliant, Strangers Volume 1, I Saw the TV Glow, all the way down. And the last thing I saw was Red Rooms. I watched that the other night. I don't know if Nico's here or not. Nico recommended Red Rooms to me. And did I give it a rating? Yeah, 4 stars. 4 out of 5. 4 out of 5. Mads. I liked Mads a lot. If you guys haven't seen Mads, that one's on Shudder. Highly recommend it. Hellboy. The Hellboy the Crooked Man. I'm telling you. If you've not seen Hellboy the Crooked Man, you should watch it. I think you'll be surprised.
You've only been marking films as watched, but you haven't been logging them. As you're going now, your end-of-year recap will be empty.
Is Jeremy dropping you some garbage today? Well, no. I mean, it's there. They are. There they all are. There they all are. And there's been some really good ones. I mean, Abigail's still way up there on my list. I Saw the TV Glow. I liked a lot. In a Violent Nature. Oddity. I loved Oddity. The Substance was so good. The Crow remake. Oh, man. So freaking good. But that's everything All the new stuff I've seen in 2024, so I can keep track of it for my end of the year list. I think that's everything. I don't know. I might have missed. I don't know. I've tried to keep track of it. There you go. Curious on your thoughts regarding the new teaser trailer. I actually did a live reaction to that earlier, KF. Personally, I think the movie will never be released. We can hope. Midnight Mass was awesome. Barney likes beer. Midnight Mass was great. Yeah. I actually heard Christopher Nolan wants his next film to be a horror movie, which would be interesting. I would like to see a Christopher Nolan horror movie, for sure. There's Manny's super chat. Thank you for the $5 super chat, Manny. Oh, you mean like reviewing? You mean like logging them as far as like reviewing them? Yeah, I don't want to do that. I just want to keep track of them. Which ones I've seen. Well, I do give them a star rating, but I don't do like a full-on written review or anything. But thank you, Manny. I liked Immaculate a lot. Yeah. I enjoyed that one a lot. Thoughts on Trap? I liked Trap a lot until right up to the point where they left the concert. Everything in the concert, I was loving it. I was digging it because, like, you know, everybody says you'd be surprised what you can get with just a kind smile and a nod, you know, and that is proof of it because he is given access to every inch of that stadium. Josh Hart, it's simply by being nice and smiling and being, you know, it's like you want to go backstage. Sure. You seem like a nice guy. Go on. You know, you want to go wherever. Sure. You're nice. You got a nice, you look like an honest guy. Wherever you want to go. Once the movie switched, you know, we went outside of the concert. But all the stuff during the concert, I thought was great. Loved it. Oh crap! I did see Smile 2. I forgot to log Smile 2. Let's log Smile 2 real quick. I did not like Smile 2 though. So I mean, it's not going to get. I'm just going to give it 2 stars. I'm going to put it in the list. The opening of the movie with Kyle Gallner was awesome. That was great. That opening was better than the whole first movie, in my opinion. Because it was like one continuous shot. It's just crazy. The ending of it, how it ends, is great. Really, that should have been the whole movie, I think. It should have been all Kyle Gallner, I thought. Smile 2 commits a cardinal sin for me. When you're watching a movie like this that has an unreliable narrator, and it's always kind of teasing you with, is this real or is it all in her head, right? Is what we're seeing right now real or is it not? So with Smile 2, as soon as I heard what it was about, I knew exactly how it was going to end. So the whole movie should kind of be the journey to that end point. However, we get to that end point and it just like that, she's there at the location. and the movie says everything that happened over the past hour didn't happen. So I was just like, screw you. That's so lazy. That's so, that's so cheap. You just sent us on a wild goose chase. And instead of the journey there to the end, she just wakes up and she's there. Like how, I don't know. Yeah. No, not a fan of that. Don't like it. So no, I didn't like Smile. I know Smile 2's gotten a lot of praise, just not from me. The Substance is way up there on my list too. Like The Substance a lot. Any thoughts on the Christmas Story 2022 with Parker? What's that? I don't know what that is. You guys are talking about the Toxic Avenger, the new Toxic Avenger movie. Yep, that one. I don't know what's going to happen with that one. I would like to see the new Street Trash though. I hear good things about the new Street Trash movie. No, I had no idea there was even a Indiana Jones, a new Indiana Jones video game out. I had no idea. No idea. Oh, the Christmas Story sequel. I did see that. I mean, it had its moments. I liked it. It had its moments. It had heart. I didn't think it was great, but I liked it. Street Trash was top tier. The new Street Trash is on Hoopla. Okay, cool. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know how you could. I mean, you could dislike that Christmas Story movie, but I don't know. It had heart. It had a lot of nostalgia. Yeah. So there you go. It had heart. It gave you those feels for the holidays. Exactly. So I didn't watch it with Jeremy though. I don't know what Jeremy would. I mean, Jeremy loves the original Christmas Story so much. I don't know if he would be into it or not. But by the way, if you've not watched either A Christmas Story or Black Christmas this season yet, do so. And keep in mind that Bob Clark was one of the most underrated and versatile filmmakers who ever lived. And the fact that we don't recognize him more is a shame. So I've not seen the Yule log. I've heard things about it. I know Chris Slasher Home Video did a video on it recently. I've not seen it, but I've heard it's good. They start a Yule log video, then turn it to a horror movie after 2 or 3 minutes. That's what they did with the last one, right? The one that came out like last year. I've heard they're both good. I haven't seen either, but so let's see. Okay, so I've logged Smile 2. Smile 2's on the list. It's not going to be on my top 10 list though, but it's on the list. Thank y'all for 84 likes on the stream. If you've not dropped a like, please do so. I would appreciate that very much. So what's everybody's plans for the holidays? Oh, and by the way, the Christmas stream this year will be on the 23rd at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So mark your calendars for that one. That one's going to be fun. Yeah. You know, it's funny you mentioned that, Richard, because I was I was thinking about Scrooged last night, and I was like, I need to watch Scrooged. So I'm going to put that. I'm sure it's on. I mean, I own it somewhere on Blu-ray, but I'm sure it's out there somewhere, you know, to watch on Amazon Prime or somewhere. So. Oh, yeah, that was a good one, Dead Zone. Yeah, when he ran into Scut Farkas, but he was a cop now. Yeah, that was a good one. And he helped him out. Farkas helped him out, right? Gave him a ride home, right? Yeah, that's great. Oh, Christmas Evil is awesome, Alan. I love Christmas Evil to death. Love Christmas Evil. Any theories about the drones over New Jersey? Yes, I've heard about that. That's weird. I don't know what to make of it. I mean, is it another country spying on us? Is it our own country spying on us? Or could it just be Amazon drones? I don't know. Or are they of alien origin? I don't know. Scrooged is awesome. I don't think I watched it last Christmas, so I definitely need to watch it. I may watch it tonight after the stream. Good stuff. Love me. I used to watch it all the time as a kid. It didn't matter what time of the year. I've not seen Blink twice. The Silent Night, Bloody Night watch party will be on the 19th at 8 p.m., Kevin. Mark your calendars. I'm hoping to open presents, go see Nosferatu, and eat a ham dinner. Man, that sounds like a good day to me. Jeremy and I are going to go see it on the 26th because Christmas is all about presents and a good meal, and that's it with Jeremy. So we're going to go watch Nosferatu the following day. Just watched Porky's 2 the next day. Bob Clark was awesome. Yes, he was. Scrooged is on Paramount Plus. Okay. And Prime. Sweet. I like it. I'll be watching that later. Yes, the main actor in Christmas Evil is Fiona Apple's father. That's true. That is true. Alien drones looking for human love slaves. Yeah. I mean, look, you know. I was going to make a joke about probing, but I decided not to. Never listened to Coast with Art Bell. No, never listened. Most of my Christmas shopping is done. I ordered a couple of things off Amazon and they've just disappeared. According to Amazon, there is bad weather in their distribution network. I don't know where these items were coming from. Siberia, Antarctica. I have no idea. But like, where in the continental U.S. are we having like really bad weather? So, I don't know. They're going to drop chemical weapons on everyone during Christmas. Well, let's hope not. Let's hope not. I just, couldn't make the joke. Yes, we'll just say yes. Couldn't make that one fit. The New Jersey drones are intercepting AI Amazon drones. Maybe that's where those gifts went. They're in a crashed drone somewhere. You know? Goodmunder Sturluson. Gonna watch Robert Bresson's. I've never heard of that. Never heard of that movie. What's up, Steve? How you doing? Now, if they drop Amazon coupons, cool. I'd be all about that. I've heard some Amazon warehouses have gone on strike before the holidays. Okay, well, that could answer it. Yeah. Is there a game you're likely going to stream on the channel? It's been a while since you streamed Dead Rising, if I remember correctly. Well, I streamed some of the new Halloween game. I streamed some of that not long ago. And whenever the new the multiplayer Halloween game comes out, I'll probably do some streaming of that one. Because I've got a feeling that one might be kind of like Friday the 13th, the game. So I'm interested in that one, and I might do some streaming of that one. You've had some gifts disappear too? Yeah. Yeah. You've had Strange Darling on order from Amazon for 2 weeks and no shipment? Ugh. No, Chris, I've got the Critters box set from Scream Factory, so I'm good when it comes to the Critters. Killer Frequency. What is Killer Frequency about? Let's see. Killer Frequency. It's a first-person horror adventure that puts you in the shoes of a late-night radio host. Huh. Solve puzzles, save lives, and run the switchboards, all while listening to a jukebox of retro 80s tunes. Oh, that sounds like fun. Might not be fun to stream though with the 80s tunes for copyright purposes, but that sounds like a pretty fun game actually. So are you just inside the studio? Optimized for VR. Interesting. You're a radio host surviving a serial killer in the 80s. That does sound cool. I like that. That sounds cool. While saving people being hunted. Okay. Nice. Yeah, I heard about the strike in Canada. The post office strike up in Canada. Yeah, that's got to suck. And right around the holidays? My goodness, that's... Ugh. Top 5 2024 horror flicks. Mine, Handling the Undead, Late Night with the Devil, Maxine, The Substance, Nosferatu. Oh, you've already seen Nosferatu. Okay. I'm going to have to save my list. Well, once I see Nosferatu, I'm going to start putting the list together, and then I'm going to do a stream revealing my top 10. All right, Clark, thanks for hanging out. Have a good night. Yeah, is the postal strike just over pay? Is that, I mean, that's usually what strikes are over, but is that what the deal is with the postal strike up there? You guys have any questions? Anything y'all want to talk about tonight? They want more money, so it's a pay thing. Okay. Well, I mean, they've chose, they've got the government over a barrel. It's the holidays. Pay benefits, etc. And they did a few years back. They did. So this is the second time they've struck right around Christmas. Damn. Okay. Well, I mean, that's definitely got to be a huge pain for all y'all up there in Canada. It's now snowing in New Jersey. We're getting a coating so far. We've had a little bit of snow here in Kentucky. Not a whole lot, but we've had a little. So Crack Rock is having some TGI Fridays spinach artichoke dip. It's not as good as he remembers. It's like you put his nachos in glue paste. It's not good. Did you guys hear that Chi-Chi's is coming back? The restaurant chain Chi-Chi's is coming back. Justin Trudeau is getting worse. Yeah, I've not heard people have many good things to say about him. You like the impression of the old guy in Silent Night? Well, I mean, 'tis the season, so. He punishes. He punishes. You better run like hell, boy. The company took away their benefits because the company's losing money and they want to hire part-time workers to do weekend deliveries. So is the Canada Post Office, is it not like a government-run thing like it is here? Like it's a federal thing here in the U.S.? Is it like a private business up there or something? Did I ever get into any paranormal investigation shows? No, because those things are just so, they all come off so fake to me. So, just fake. I never got into them, no. Our Chi-Chi's used to be right by Blockbuster. I think I ate there twice. Yes, that Chris, you're right. Yeah. I think that was a big part of the reason why Chi-Chi's went out in the first place. They had a huge E. coli outbreak. And I think actually some people died because of it. So, yeah, that was part of the reason why they went out in the first place. Our old Chi-Chi's got turned into a local Mexican place. It's kind of cool because it still has the Chi-Chi's design. It's cool. I've never met Ken, but I've had Ken on the channel before. I've been on Ken's channel before, but I've never met him. Chi-Chi's killed my neighbor in the early 2000s. Oh, the hepatitis C. Was it Hep C or actually I think it was Hep C, not E. coli. It was hepatitis was the outbreak from Chi-Chi's. That's worse. That's worse. So, wow. The government controls Canada Post, but whoever they hired to run them suck at their jobs. I'm not really looking for any new one sheets lately. I've not had my eye on any new one sheets for a little while. I kind of got my Holy Grail recently. When I got Spookies. I got Spookies. I got a one sheet of Spookies, and that was kind of like one of my Holy Grail pieces. So I've not gotten one in a long time since then. I've not really looked. So I used to work at a Chi-Chi's in Wisconsin. Are you the cause of the hepatitis C outbreak then? Was it you? Because you got some answering to do. Let's hope they've learned from their mistakes. Yes, let's hope they've learned from their mistakes. Especially if you've got one nearby you and you want to eat there. Hep C is making a comeback. What's up, Boogie Manny? How you doing? Yeah. Catch the replay, my man. Catch the replay. Oh, Dream Emulator. I saw that you had posted a picture from the Spirit Christmas near you. Did you shoot a whole video? As you were instructed to do by the entire internet? I think it was just me that asked for the video, but there was a lot of demand, though. I'm sure others were thinking it. Were hoping for it. Your neighbor had to get a liver transplant and still ended up dying. Whoa. That sucks, man.
Big Crack Rock says, Hep C coming back and Motley Crue touring again isn't a coincidence.
Oh, Big Crack Rock, always coming through, man. Always coming through. Oh, bless you, Crack Rock. You are the gift that keeps on giving. You are the gift that keeps on giving. And you're from Kentucky, right? I really would like to meet you at a convention and just give you a good hearty handshake. I'll be wearing a glove though, a surgical glove, but I want to shake your hand, sir. So. Okay, all right. Oh, cool, man. Yeah, I'm looking forward to that one. So everybody check out Dream Emulator's channel. He's going to have a Spirit Christmas store tour video dropping soon. Yes, Big Crack Rock needs to come to Full Moon. Yes. Crack Rock, come to Full Moon in Nashville, Tennessee. It's Easter weekend again, right? We'll hang out, have a few drinks, be a good time.
Hello, Piz. Do you find the prices of autographs, photo ops at horror cons to be absolutely outrageous like I do? For example, the stoner guy from Friday the 13th Part 3 charges $75 for autograph.
Wow. That dude charged $75 for an autograph? Yikes. I mean, they've certainly the prices for everything have just continue to go up at conventions. And depending on what convention it is, sometimes people's prices will change. If it's a bigger convention, you'll see some celebrities charging more money for it, more money for their autographs and photos and stuff. But yeah, I mean, it's like everything else. The prices have gone up. But, you know, if you like $75 for the stoner guy from Friday the 13th Part 3. I love Friday the 13th Part 3. I mean, the stoner guy is cool. I'm not going to pay him $75 for an autograph. I'm just not. So I don't, you know, I don't know. Are there that many hardcore Friday the 13th fans that would pay that guy $75 for an autograph? Because I kind of think that price may, after he sits at his table quietly and alone for a few hours, that price would come down. There was a celebrity at a convention, the last convention I went to in Cincinnati. And I'm a fan of his work. I was going to get the photo, the autograph photo for Jeremy. And I walked up to his table and I saw what his prices were. And I just went, no thanks. Just walked away. Because like, and it wasn't, and it was, what I'm seeing more and more these days too, is celebrities will charge one price for the autograph, another price for the photo, and then a third price for the bundle. And like, that's, to me, that's just crazy. That's crazy. So, but yeah, I mean, everything's going up but that's how, look, if somebody's charging too much, don't go there. I would love to know if his price was $75 all weekend and how many people paid for that. So, but thank you, horror fan Craig. Yeah, we'll drink some chongos. We'll shoot the bull, eat some pizza. Be a good time. Good time. What's up, Joshua? How are you, sir? Oh, well, no, those people don't pay for their tables. No, I mean, they get flown in, they get put up, you know, they name their own price. So, I have met Shelley. I have met Larry Zerner. I got his photo and I got his autograph on a hockey mask, and it was not $75. So, that's wild, man. That dude charging $75. Wow. Daggone. Yes, I think I did hear about that, Entertainment Wizard. Where is that convention happening? You're doing great, Joshua. Cool. In Burbank. Okay. Burbank. That's a little far for me, but, well, I mean, that's, I did go to Halloween 45 in Pasadena. What do we know about this Friday the 13th 45 convention? What do we know about it? Crystal Lake Nightmares, 45 years of Friday the 13th. Meet actors from every Friday the 13th movie. Los Angeles Marriott Burbank Airports. Crystal Lake Nightmares. Let's see if they've booked anybody and what they got going on here. Let's see. Here's their Facebook page. Have they booked any? Oh, yep. They've got a bunch of people booked here. They got Ken Kersinger, Bob DeSimone from Part 5. I've not met him. Got Dick Weand. Oh, Miguel Nunez, Ron Sloan, Russell Todd from Part 2, Deborah Hayes from the original, Tracy Savage from Part 3, Adam Marcus, Melanie Kinnaman, Tom Matthews, Amy Steele, John Fury. That looks like it so far. So not a bad lineup so far, and I'm sure they'll have, they'll book a lot more people before then. So August 8th through 10th. I don't know. I don't know if California can handle me again. That first trip, I don't think they want me back. Ben, you just watched the original Black Christmas and immediately ordered the Blu-ray Collector's Edition. Good choice. Good purchase. I'd eat my boogers before I pay another human being that kind of money for an autograph. To each their own. Joshua, I just did a huge I Love Physical Media update video. Check that out. That's got all the new stuff I picked up over the past several months. So, check that video out. Thank y'all for 87 likes on the stream. If you've not dropped a like on it, please do so. Anything else you guys want to talk about before we call it a night? Any other pressing issues? Any other thoughts, feelings? Would love to get Tom Atkins auto in my 4K of Halloween 3. Oh, he's so awesome. Tom Atkins is a treasure. He's a just. We showed Black Christmas, the original, at my job, and people were impressed. I knew so much about it. You showed that at work. And you're going to keep your job, right? I hope, right? Thank you, Pumpkin J. Appreciate that. 28 Days Later is getting a new physical media release before the new movie. Now, I hadn't heard that. Oh, you work at a theater. Okay. Well, that makes sense. That makes sense. For some reason, I'm thinking an office job. You just showed up one day with Black Christmas. Like, hey, let's watch this. Let's watch this in the break room. Did you purchase the Terrifier Art Attack collection from Umbrella? I don't know. Maybe. All right, Weston, take care. Thanks for hanging out. What am I watching tonight? Probably going to watch Scrooged after we finish up here. Probably going to watch Scrooged. John Saxon is always great. John Saxon was great. Oh, do I see them putting out 28 Days Later on 4K before the new movie? Maybe. I definitely see them doing like once 28 years later comes out, like them doing a 3-pack of all of them. I can definitely see that. 4K, maybe. Thank you, Ben. Appreciate that. You met John Saxon. When did you meet Tom Saxon? I did see the new 28 Years Later trailer. Thought it looked promising. I will definitely be watching it. There's Jonathan. Bombastic Reviews. Yes, indeed. Smash that like button.
Bombastic Reviews says, smash the like button for the homie Piz.
Yes, indeed. Yeah, I saw that. The really skinny. Yeah. That zombie looked a lot like Cillian Murphy, but no, it's not him apparently. It's a very skinny, very thin actor. A couple of things, Ben. You can use a styrofoam head. Just make sure you wrap the styrofoam head in like a shopping bag or two, or a paper towel holder. Stuff the mask with grocery bags. Put it on a paper towel holder. Those are your two best mask stands. The paper towel holder will be more accessible and probably cheaper. You can get them at Walmart for like $3 each, $4 each, somewhere in that neighborhood. They do the job.
Bombastic Reviews says, damn dude, you have a robot assistant now. Very Hollywood.
Very Hollywood. Very Hollywood. By the way, this stream is produced by Blumhouse Pictures. The executive producer of this stream is Jason Blum. Going big time here. I don't think I've ever seen Everett McGill at a convention. Best thing Blumhouse ever did. It's funny. Look, man. Times are tough, you know? Times are tough. Times are tough. StreamYard's jacking up prices soon, really? I mean, I'm kind of surprised they haven't done that already, because so many people use StreamYard, and you know, I'm not surprised. Directed by Michael B. Exactly, yes. This stream was directed by the brilliant Michael Bay. What's up, Spooky Fangirl? How you doing? Oh, Full Empire Promotions. Dominic is here. I have talked to Everett McGill, great guy, and sent me a few signed photos, but he will never do a convention. He is retired on his ranch in Arizona. It'd been nice to have met him, but, you know, hey, he's retired. He's living the good life on his ranch in Arizona, where there is no daylight savings time, by the way. So, good for him. And cool that you got some autographed stuff from him, Dominic. Very nice. Very nice. Oh, by the way, Dom, I am going to the that Silent Night, Deadly Night screening next weekend. I'm looking forward to that. That'll be fun. Thank you, Joshua. Hope you have a wonderful Christmas as well. No, Dave, I've not watched any wrestling in a very, very long time. Very, very long time. Oh yeah, that'd be great. Thank you, Dom. Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing Rob again and checking out the movie on the big screen again. I think they've last I heard they've just about sold out, so it'll be a full fun house to watch that movie with. Second Silent Night Deadly Night screening this year that has to be a record. But look, you can never have enough Silent Night Deadly Night screenings, as far as I'm concerned. One just isn't enough. And perfect timing for this one. And I've never been to that theater in Knoxville, so that'll be a new adventure. Yeah, I'm excited for that. Anything else you guys want to talk about before we call it a night? Are you a fan of The Witch? Yeah, I've liked all of Robert Eggers' movies. You think Nosferatu is his best work since The Witch? I loved The Northman. I think that's my favorite Robert Eggers movie. But I don't think he's not done a stinker yet. He's batting 1,000 in my book. Yes, Dead Zone. Yes, A Christmas Story is one of my favorite Christmas movies. Jeremy and I both love it. We watch it at least a couple of times every year during the big marathon. And the newer, yes, I do like the sequel they did from a couple of years ago. I did like it. It was fun. All right, folks, I think I'm going to go ahead and call it a night. We're at 98. Can we get to 100 likes on the stream before we call it a night? We're at 98 likes. Can we get 2 more? I am highly excited. I'm trying not to get too excited for Nosferatu. I don't want to get my expectations up too high. But again, Robert Eggers is batting 1,000 with me. I've liked all of his movies. And, him doing a Nosferatu movie, just perfect. So, all right, Dave, take care. Have a good night. Movie fan, have a good night. Wizard, happy holidays to you, my friend. I know, yeah. I was thinking about that the other day, Trickopedia. Makes me feel old. I saw 28 Days Later in the theater when it first came out. Yeah. All right, well, let's go ahead and call it a night here, folks. 107 likes. Thank you all very much. I appreciate it. Let me do some shout-outs here. Shout out to Swaggy, John's Cool World, PlayStation 9, Agent Redgrave, and Tig Nuts for hanging out with us over on Twitch. And thank you, Swaggy, for being a subscriber on Twitch for 5 months. And thank you, Tig Nuts, for 14 months of being a subscriber on Twitch. I appreciate that. You guys are great. I am planning on doing a lot more watch parties exclusive to my Twitch channel in the new year. So if you're not following me on Twitch, please do so. The Silent Night Bloody Night watch party, again, that's going to be on the 19th at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You don't want to miss out on that one. And Jeremy and I are doing our Christmas stream on the 23rd at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That's going to be a lot of fun. A lot of fun. And yes, Jeremy will be absolving people of naughtiness. If you've been naughty this year, you definitely need to tune in so Jeremy can absolve you of your naughtiness. Shout out to Super Tenor. Thank you for 6 months of being a channel member. Shout out to Manuel Villarreal for the $5 super chat. Appreciate that. And shout out to horror fan Craig for the $10 Canadian. Very kind of you. Appreciate that. And let's see who's still with us on YouTube. We got Slasher Home Video here. Everybody go check out his channel. He's doing some great stuff over on his channel. Also go check out retrocryptcode.com and use promo code pizowell13 for 13% off your purchase there. Got Trekopedia still here with us. Got Joshua Hartman, Eddie, Kevin, Derek, Trekopedia, Dead Zone. There's Horror Fan Craig. Thank you, sir. Ben Cochran, Brian Trash, Real Feels Podcast, Drew. Go check out the Real Feels Podcast. My old buddy Horror Orman, Richard C., Alan, Dave. Let's see, who else did we have with us? We had the Spooky Fangirl, Joe, Steve Mayers, Jonathan Bombastic Reviews. We had Dominic from Full Empire Promotions hanging out with us. And I think that's as far as the chat will let me go. Oh, there's Matt, Dream Emulator. Go check out his channel as well. Yeah, thank y'all very much for tuning in. Thank y'all for hanging out. Adam, what's up? Thank you, sir. Appreciate that. Thank y'all for hanging out with me tonight. I appreciate it. Have a great rest of your Sunday. Have a great rest of your weekend. I've got some videos in the works coming out soon and those streams, so keep your eyes peeled for all that goodness. Hope everybody out there's having a great holiday season. Take care. I'll see you again very soon. Until then, peace.